Hello everybody. I hope you're all safe and in good health condition. To our honorable guest speaker, Commissioner of Legal Education Board, Justice Zenaida N. Ilepaño, to our beloved President and Chairperson of Board of Trustees, Dr. Maria Cecilia Bautista Lim, to our very diligent and illustrious College of Law Dean, Attorney Sergio M. Ceniza, to our hardworking and dedicated School Secretary, Dr. Maria Teresa B. Vivar, members of the Board and Administration, distinguished guests, our generous and passionate professors, staff, our dear parents, family, to my YouTube subscribers, FB followers, friends, fellow graduates, netizens, a pleasant day to all of you. I am Renjo Castro Baltasar, greatly humbled to be speaking before you today as the class of valedictorian of Manila Law College Batch 2020. Please join me in thanking our dear God for allowing us to achieve the coveted Juris Doctor degree after all of the obstacles and hardships we've encountered along the way, and for finally letting us to celebrate this momentous day of our lives, our graduation. No one anticipated that this would happen virtually. Honestly, this was not the celebration we pictured to mark the beginning of another chapter of our lives. I always dream of us marching on stage, throwing our cups in the air, and drinking until the morning after. Unfortunately, the whole world was overturned by this global pandemic. And as if law school was not yet hard enough, inabot pa tayo ng lockdown. Looking on the positive side of things, I realized that this ceremony is just only part of our history. The rest is still unwritten. Perhaps this pandemic made our journey to achieve the ambitious dot on our ATTY even more extraordinary. Someday when people ask about our batch, we could say, we are the first batch who successfully surpassed the sudden transition from the traditional face-to-face class to distance learning. Yung batch na hindi lang sa four walls of classroom nagpakabog, but also in front of monitors. This will forever be in MLC's history, and this is our first legacy. As Batch 2020, the pioneers of new normal. Besides, at least may ticket na tayo to take what we considered as the hardest exam. Yun naman talaga pinaka-importante. Kaya let's enjoy this moment, be proud, pinaghirapan natin to. But be prepared. Because after all, we must be mentally equipped. Our battle is not only against the COVID-19, but also on how we can hurdle the best part ever, 2020/21. Remember a quote that I know we can all relate to. We have to fight through some bad days to earn the best days of our life. Today, as we take a break from the exhausting and strenuous readings and lectures, let us appreciate those many bad days, denominated as bad recitation, failed quizzes, and examinations. Some of us even had it worse during law school. Some lost their jobs or lost a loved one. Some had to endure problems at their work or even in their homes. But because of those bad days, here we are, wearing our black togas, celebrating our victory, and making our loved ones proud of this achievement. Parang kailan lang, ano? I still recall my objective when I entered law school. Sabi ko, I really want to help my co-police officers in the field, who though often being accused of oppression, unknown to many, most of them are just only victims of discrimination and persecution. That's why it is my ultimate dream that someday I would be able to serve our legal department. However, as I go along, ramdam ko na ang hirap palang pagsabayin ng pagpupulis at pag-abogasyon. While holding my service firearm on one hand, still trying my best to grasp my book on the other. Nevertheless, I endeavored to withstand all those difficulties, which is probably attributable to my principle in life. And this has been my long-standing guide during law school. I always remind myself with this quote, conquer yourself today and you will be great tomorrow. This keeps myself to always exert my exceptional efforts for the present day, even if I already did my best yesterday. My dear batchmates, the present situation of our country and the rest of the world should not prevent us from achieving our goals. Kahit may pandemic, it's still within us how we can handle the challenges before us. Admittedly, we can use the pandemic as our justification to be idle at times. But we can also use it as our motivation. Life isn't about waiting for something good to happen. It's about learning how to act differently while in different times. Undeniably, lahat naman tayo ngayon, #feeling uncertain. But we must be resilient, optimistic, and confident. Or at least let's convince ourselves. Because if there's one person who should believe in our own capabilities, it is ourselves. But we are not alone in this journey. Let us not forget the people we became our emotional, moral, and sometimes financial support during those hardships, sleepless nights, and anxiety attacks. Let's grab this opportunity to say thank you to all our parents, guardians, loved ones, who are always there for us no matter what. And always reminding us na magbigay pa rin tayo ng kahit konting oras para sa sarili natin. To my brothers and sisters, wife and children, mom and dad, maraming salamat po. Kayo ang naging at patuloy na magiging inspirasyon. Thank you to our alma mater, including those who made this virtual graduation possible. Din si Nisa, ang nanay ng lahat na si Dr. Bibar, si Marlene, Kinati at Kuya, who welcomed and molded us into the best version of ourselves. To all our professors, not only imparted their knowledge, but also their wisdoms, which until now we are using as our guide in our review. Maraming salamat po for leading us closer to our dreams of becoming a lawyer. Law school will never be the same without, of course, the relationships we forged with our classmates. May we never forget those memories we shared together. I would like to express my appreciation to Sir Custodio. Siya ang naging tiga-update at tiga-reserve ko ng upuan every time na malilate ako. Thank you, boss, amo, manager. After 4 years, we did this. No more intense recitation, no more midterm finals, no more school reports and handwritten case digest. At wala na rin tayong excuse sa work para umalis ng maaga sa duty. Di na rin natin mararanasan yung feeling na late ka for a few minutes, but it's a miracle. Hindi napansin ni Terror Professor yung sneaky moves sa pagpasok natin sa classroom. Hindi niya rin tayo natawag sa recitation. Kaya naman pala, because we're already marked as absent. We were surely missed how pizza became our favorite merienda, kahit na low carbs ang diet natin, and how we always wish to have an event in the school so that there would be ceasefire and verbatim recitation. We will surely miss the feeling of rushing on our way to classroom, tapos saka lang natin i-check yung GC kung kailan nasa hagdan na tayo, only to find out, OMG, free cut pala kay attorney. This will surely lead us to 2 battles, na nagiging 3 battles, 4 battles, at yung hindi matapos-tapos na promise, last battle. We will surely miss the feeling na ang saya pala minsan maghintay at umasa sa class suspension, lalo na when exams are approaching. Tapos magkakaroon ng official announcement, walang klase sa lahat ng antas, except in the College of Law. I'll never forget sina Ma'am Tere, Sir Eugene, Ma'am Partilla, Just Gerardo, Just Call Me Cute at Yahoo.com were all last-minute cramming masters. Mga kasama ko sa Section C at sobrang genius na sina Sir Neil, Ma'am Fabis, Ma'am Amor, Ma'am Flor, Sir Dave, Ma'am Ana, may Boss Pad, Sir Tessel. Mga so accommodating and fellow vloggers ko na sina Kuya Mike, Kuya Jeff, at Ate Crospe. Mga lodi kong tunay na sina Sir Tayag, Sir PJ, Sir Jason, Sir Sander, Ma'am Mimi, Ma'am Leonidas, Ma'am Rosel. Mga studios and religious classmate ko kasi Father Leomar, Ma'am Mavic, Ma'am Mona, and Sir Vincent. Saludo ako sa inyo, virtual salute to all of you. To all my former teachers, mentors, colleagues in Malabon Station, Tito Jeff, who had helped me to get here, my friends in other law school, Sir Glenn, Mayet, Rochelle, the rest of my compadres, and others who I was not able to mention. Thank you for being part of this success. You have a small piece in my heart and I forever cherish that moment. Once again, fellow graduates, let's be guided with this. Conquer yourself today and you will be great tomorrow. Sarili lang natin kalaban natin. For the time being, let's focus and never entertain any excuses. Kaya whatever hardships we are facing, whatever hindrances will try to prevent us from achieving, huwag tayong magpapatalo. Borrowing the words of Justice Marvick MBF Leonet in a substantially quote, every generation is defined by its responses to the challenges and crises that confront them. Ours is no exception. Congratulations to MLC Batch 2020.